Well, we have a legal decision that could accelerate U.S. President Trump's plans to remake the U.S. federal government. The U.S. Supreme Court is giving the go-ahead for mass firings in the Department of Education. Chris Reyes is following the story for us from New York. Chris, what could this ruling mean?
Good morning, Crystal. Well, in short, this puts the future of this massive federal department in complete limbo. And just to give you some context, Crystal, the budget for the Department of Education in the U.S. is some $130 billion plus. They're in charge of some 50 million students, and that's just from K to 12. And essentially, with this ruling, Trump is one step closer to his goal of transferring the responsibilities of how to run and fund schools to the state level. So what does that mean exactly? Well, for example, this would get rid of federal oversight for enforcing curriculum standards, so what's taught in schools, as well as civil rights guarantees around racial and gender equity. In her dissenting opinion, Justice Sonia Sotomayor issued a scathing line. This is what she said. When the executive publicly announces its intent to break the law and then executes on that promise, it is the judiciary's duty to check that lawlessness and not expedite it. So essentially, again, with this ruling, Crystal, protections for the continuing of the Department of Education has been, another layer has been removed.
A group of 24 states is now suing the Trump administration. What can you tell us about that?
That's right. They're suing for the release of almost $7 billion in funding. So that would be money for after-school programs for low-income children, teacher training, arts and music programs. This was supposed to be handed out by July 1st, but the Department of Education said that they're currently reviewing the funding. President Trump has made claims that some of that money was going to what he called a radical left-wing agenda. And as you can imagine, educators are up in arms about this. Here's what Massachusetts Attorney General Joy Campbell had to say about it.
To support our children and our families, this funding is critical. If this latest federal action goes unchecked, our students, our families, our schools, and our communities will absolutely suffer.
The lawsuit is asking for an emergency court order to release the funds ahead of the upcoming school year.
Chris, great to see you. Thank you so much.